everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Reni. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. On my channel, I make content around financial literacy, career development, and lifestyle. So if any of those are something that interests you, please hit that subscribe button. And whether you are new or returning, please hit that like button because it really does help my channel grow. So today's video is all about, as you can tell by the title, it's all about finance, and we're going to be talking about the savings plans that I released this year. So last year in 2021, I released some savings plans with my designer. She quickly designed them for me and then we released them. And it was going really well. People loved them. I got so many testimonies, like people said, let me read some of them. So one person said that last year they used the savings plans and it helped them go on some trips, so they were able to save enough to go on some trips, but also they deposited the rest as they put down a deposit on a pre-construction property. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, like it's a very simple concept, but it really does help people. Another testimony that I got was that somebody saved about $13,000 with my savings plan. So they were using the $10,000 plan, but then they would put a little extra. So they saved $13,000 last year. Another person said that they, for the second year in a row, were saving with my plans. And even though they were unemployed for the first 3 months of 2021, they were able to grow their savings again, year over year. So one person saved $20,000 last year. And a lot of these people told me that they had never saved in their lives, which is the one thing that gets me. It's like, wow, I'm actually making an impact, because a lot of people had never saved in their lives until this point. So if you are new and you don't know how to use the savings plans, I'm going to show you them and just basically walk you through it and explain it. So first, let's go over what the savings plans or challenges actually are. The savings plans or savings challenges are basically a way for you to save a certain amount of money or invest a certain amount of money by a certain date. For example, we have bi-weekly savings plans that can allow you to save $1,000 in 1 year. So it basically breaks down how much you're saving, the time frame, and then how often you're going to be saving the money. So if you look at this $1,000 plan, for example, if I deposit $40 every time I get paid, so bi-weekly, and $20 in the last month, then I will get $1,000 by the end of the year. When you think of saving $1,000, it seems like a lot of money, but when you break it down into those small numbers, it seems like much more attainable. So the values that we have available are $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, $20,000, and $30,000. So there's a huge range. And if you're in Nigeria, I also have 500,000 naira, 1 million naira, and 1.5 million naira, and 2 million naira, because I can't forget my Nigerian followers. Love y'all. So those are how the plans work. And basically, let's see, if I go through this one, the $30,000 plan, bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks, once I get paid, I deposit $1,170 into my bank account. By the end of the year, I will have $30,000. And again, it seems like it's such a huge amount, $30,000. But if you get paid, some people get paid like $3,000 bi-weekly, right? So if you're one of those people, taking $1,170 of that and putting it into your savings account is a great thing you can do. The other thing you can do with these is you can invest. So instead of just putting that money into a savings account, I can say my goal is to invest $30,000 this year. So I will take those same numbers that I see on this plan and then take that $1,170. Instead of putting it into the savings account, I put it into my investing account and then I buy something with it. That's the thing you need to remember. You need to buy something with it, not just leave it in the investing account. So the frequencies that we currently have available are these ones. So we have bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks you're going to be depositing money. We also have the semi-monthly plan. So semi-monthly is essentially you get paid twice a month. So you get paid maybe on the 1st and the 15th, or the 15th and the 30th. And that's different than bi-weekly, because for bi-weekly, you have 26 pay periods, whereas with semi-monthly you have 24 pay periods. So we have that option for those who are paid twice a month. Let me know, how often a month are you paid? As a YouTuber, we're paid like once a month by YouTube, but when I was working corporate, I was paid bi-weekly. But I noticed a lot of people actually are paid semi-monthly. So let me know if you're in that boat. Another plan option that we have is monthly. So if you are someone who gets paid once a month, like me right now, you can also use that plan and it will help you to save. And then the last option that I had was some 30-day challenges and just some no-date challenges. So if you have a child, for example, and they get money from people and you want to get them into the habit of saving, they could use the $5 plan, or even for adults. And they can say every time that they get $5, they're going to put it into their bank account. Just like, so if, say they get $20 in total and they have a $5 bill in that, they're going to put $5 of that into their savings account. Or any $5 bill you get throughout the year, put it into that savings account and see how it grows. This is a good way to start getting into the habit of saving. I also have ones like 30-day challenges. So for example, if you want to save $1,000 in a month, we have that. If you want to save $250, if you want to save $500, we have all of that available for you. So we also have two different options for your deposits. So you can do a consistent deposit, meaning every single week, every single time you get paid, you're going to put in the same amount into those accounts. I also have another option where there's varying deposits, meaning that on the first week on the first week of the month and the second week of the month, there are different values. The reason that I gave two options is because for consistent ones, I find this easier because you can just automate it. So you call up your bank and you tell your bank, hey, every 2 weeks, I want you to take out $40 out of my account and put it into my savings account or into my investing account. And like it's automatic. You don't have to think about it. So let's look at the $1,000 varying deposits biweekly plan. I made the second week and the fourth week different, so they're varying. But the reason I made second week less than fourth week was because usually in the second week of the month, you've paid your rent, money's tight right now, so maybe you don't have all the funds available. But in the second month, you get your second paycheck, and hopefully you have a little bit more money. So it's just spreading it out like that. But you can use either one. And one question I got was, why is the last 2 months often less than the rest? And the reason that I did that was because in December, it's usually a very expensive period for a lot of us. So I made those as affordable as possible, like something that you can actually afford during that time. So it's less than all the other months because you probably have more disposable income in those other months because you're not buying Christmas gifts and traveling and all that stuff. So one question I keep getting asked is, how do I make sure that I keep to this plan? That's a big question that I have. I have a few suggestions. The first thing I would say is automate it. So I suggest using the consistent deposits plan if you can, and automate your transfers. Because you're automating it, this means the money is leaving your account before you ever see it. Every time I used to get paid bi-weekly, I would say, okay, I want $1,000 to go from here to my investing account. I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. Like, I want the money gone automatically. And it has worked really well for me. So I suggest doing this just because it takes the work out of you, and there's no room for human error in this. It is automatically happening no matter what, and you don't have the chance to spend the money. The second thing I would say is find an accountability partner. So find someone else to do the plans with you and, work on it together. We go farther when we are together, so that's what I suggest. And find someone who's actually going to keep you accountable, not someone who will keep at it for a few weeks and then doze off. Find someone who will actually keep you accountable. And then the third thing that I suggest is actually printing these plans off and putting them on your wall, or making it the background of your phone and actually checking the boxes off. So you can check it off on your phone. You can just go and edit and actually check off the boxes, or you could actually print it off and cross off those boxes as you go. I suggest either one, but I think actually printing it off and keeping it somewhere where you see every day is really helpful for most people. So I have the PDFs available on my website, and you can just download those from there, print it off in high quality, and you're good to go. Another question that I had is, oh my gosh, I'm a student. How do I actually do this? I don't have consistent income. What you can do instead is use a percentage-based system where you say, okay, I'm going to take 10% of whatever comes in every week or every biweekly payment or every month, and then put that in an investing account or a savings account. Instead of doing I'm going to put a certain amount in the investing or savings account, if that makes sense. So that's what I used to do as a student, because my hours at work, sometimes I would work 30 hours, sometimes I would work 40 hours, but sometimes I would work 10 hours a week. So I didn't have consistent income coming in. So I would just take 50% of my income and put it in my saving or investing account. So that's what I implore you to do if you are a student. So one person asked that they are a student and they're working co-op for the first 6 months. But then the other half of the year, they will not be working co-op anymore. They'll be working their part-time job, and there's a lot less pay there. And they asked me what they should do in this situation. In my opinion, in this situation, you should actually still do the plan, but adjust the plan to what works for you, works best for you. So if you are saving $5,000 in the year, and instead of putting like, the whole year would be $5,000, you save $2,500 in the first half, you save $2,500 in the second half. Instead of doing that, I would say adjust the template and maybe do $4,000 in the first half of the year, because you'll be making much more income. In the second half of the year, you can lower that, and maybe you can only save $1,000 in the second half of the year. And if you would like access to the template so you can edit it for yourself, you have to join my accountability group. By the time this video goes out, I think it will be closed. So unfortunately, you will not be able to join, but next year. There's always next year. One last question that I always get is how can anyone save $1,000 a month or save $500 a month? Like, I don't have that much disposable income. What I think is, I understand that every single person has, different priorities in their life that may make their income less or more, which is why it's important to make a realistic goal, something that works for the amount of income that you make on a regular basis. And my suggestion would be to start budgeting first. So budget, see how much is coming into your account each month and how much is going out of your account each month, and then work from there. You can see, okay, I actually spend a lot of money on food. Maybe I could take that. Maybe I spend $300, $500 a month on food. Maybe I only need to spend $300 a month on food, and that $200 extra can go towards my savings goals. So it's all about what your goals are and what you're willing to maybe give up or exchange in order to get to your goal. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if it was. I hope that you start saving. And if you do, tag me on Instagram when you are reaching your goals, and then use the hashtag #ReniReturnsChallenge. It will really make my day if you do. So one last favor I have for you is to please give this video a like. If you like the video, obviously. If you don't like it, don't bother giving it a like. But if you do, I urge you to please like it, because it lets me know what videos you want me to do more of and which videos you want me to do less of. So if I see videos that are not doing very well, not getting many likes, I won't do those anymore. So please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!